What's up guys, Lucky from Bodyline Fitness, and you know, it's another wrap. So what I'm doing today, what we're actually going to start on our closing day is renovation number 3 for the studio to just end 2018. Really nice, really smashed up. So what that involves is actually we're doing a whole makeover. So I'm pretty excited. What I'll do is I'll give you a quick rundown. We've already started like moving equipment and stuff, but come bear with me. Come with this. So guys, straight out. So what's going to happen here, as you can see, you've known our front reception area, right? So this is sort of where the magic happens in a way, right? Now with this whole wall underneath, staircase, all there, back here, this door, cabinets, everything, you name it, it's all going to get redone. So even including our little entry wall with the logo, that wall there, it's all nice and going to come in. So when you come in, it's going to have a nice new fresh look. As you can already see, we've already started moving the equipment out of the way to get the retouches done up. Pretty much all this stuff has to go as well. As you can see here, it's still got a bit to go. And then, so this is pretty much all going to get redone. This side here, and like the whole studio mind you. Then pretty much all across here, as you can see, reflection there in mirrors. I love it. But hey guys, I'm going to show you deep down exactly the process, what's involved going in. I'm not going to reveal too much, it's a big surprise, but it is a makeover, so they'll probably tell you enough as it is. But as you can see, like pretty much the whole studio there, that's got to get all done. All this stuff here, all the cages nicely there, you know, and including last but not least our 45. Also that back wall behind me is going to get redone out there. Obviously everything across the new weight section and all the brand new cardio equipment that we got excuse me, it's all going to get done. So stay tuned, there's going to be more videos, more content and stuff to come. I'm going to show you step by step exactly how we do it. And guys, it is going to be me doing it. I've pretty much built the studio from scratch. Everything that you see here, everything that is done is all based on me putting in the effort, putting in the work. Like every bolt that is done in regards to tying up the equipment, putting it together, you name it. I mean, besides painting, because this was the original color of the studio, that's why we just thought we'll change it. Like we've already been here 1 year, and we thought, you know what, we're gonna freshen up, especially when there's bigger things happening and newer stuff coming. I'm very excited for it all. But literally guys, like that's what's gonna happen. So yeah, so like everything that you see here, you know, walls, whatever, that's equipment. I've put all that together, guys. I'm talking even about the flooring, everything. Like it's been my own sweat, blood and tears, and I do it for you guys because I really do. I'm here to help, you know what I mean, and I want to create the best facility in order to do it. And I've been around, and you know, if you know me, like you know I'm into my training, you know I do what I love. And if there's not one thing important, like it's about having like a kick-ass facility. Can't stress that enough. Like having that place where you can go, it's got things there, you know what to do. You know, you can't really complain and fault it in a way. So we're pretty much transforming that whole studio. Everything's gonna move, everything's already, half the marking's gonna get down. Then I'm pretty much coming in after lunch, gotta get a feed, so I'm gonna do as much as I can this morning to like prep. As you can already see, it's already starting to happen. And then from there, everything gets done, and hopefully be done in a couple of days work, probably a week's worth of work, because then we're gonna put everything back together. But guys, like I'm really stoked and excited for it. Can't like I said, like it's a nice little makeover. It's just gonna make this feel more at home, make it feel more like Bodyline. And you know, I want to create that environment where, you know, anyone can walk in and it's just like, wow, they've got that energy, it's got that feel to it. We already get that as it is. That's why people come to us and we're here to help. And, you know, we've got the best team and crew helping to aid and support you guys. Like, that's what I'm all about. You know, not just any Joe Blow can come in regards to like being part of the team member. Got a strict guidelines. They've got to fit in. They've got to, you know, there's stages and sequence to it, you know. Getting a bit off topic to what I wanted to doing it, but what I'm trying to say, guys, like, I'm cutting the BS out, like, straight out. This is for you. It's me investing my time, effort, money in order to create the facility and the place for you guys to knock out your goals, to create a healthier and better lifestyle for yourselves, and for us to help you and teach you in order how to do that, especially if you're feeling a bit stuck, don't know what to do exactly yet, don't know how to get around it. Like, don't freak out. Like, you know, we are here. This is why we are here. We have that support. You know, this is why we create this network. It's like, I like to call it a bit of a family. It's a whole lifestyle aspect. It's not just you know, rock up to the gym and throw for your weight. No. It's all about that. So this is why now, like, we're gonna do this. It's gonna be really, really exciting. I'm going to show you step-by-step progress of exactly what's going to be happening, so stay tuned for that. But for now, guys, this will probably, I'm not going to lie to you, this will be all edited and cut, so we're going to create just one big video content and we'll put all the stages through, so you know obviously when it's cutting in, especially when all of a sudden I do a magic clothes change, just boop, different color, and then all of a sudden there's paint everywhere, you know. But nah, guys, honestly, I'm excited for it, pretty stoked. You know, it's a wrap for the year. It's been a hell of a year, and I could not have done it without all the support from you, because let's be real, like, I'm here to help you guys, but if you guys, you know, not coming in, you know, like, I help no one. So I'm really thankful that I'm able to help all of you, and we're about to extend our reach even further for 2019. But yeah, stay tuned for the studio update. We're going to be doing its makeover, so I'm really, really excited for 2019 and the new makeover and everything. It will all be nicely set out. So yeah, guys, that's it from me now, from everyone. So yeah, see, rubbish there. Not rubbish, but all moving. Alright, guys, I'm out for now. Like I said, it's going to be edited and add on, so it's just a big continuous flow, so you can see exactly the whole process of this makeover and what's involved. Alright, guys, that's it. Stay tuned, and I'm going to be cutting and editing. Alright, see. Alright, guys, so it's been probably about 50 minutes since last check-in. So what's happened is that we've actually cleaned out the whole functional room. So as you can see here, all the walls and everything all nicely cleaned out. Obviously that's all the equipment lined up there. This wall we're not touching because it's got our logo on it. As you can see, dumbbell racks have all been moved, marked, dumbbells all placed out on the floor. All the weights have been readjusted, things have been brought forward. Again, all areas nicely tidied up there on the floor, just everything being brought out a bit forward. And this section will just bring out the leg press a bit more. But so I just back a bit of dust, but I got a sneeze. Oh, hopefully it passes, I don't look like a fool. So last thing that we've got to do, I'm going to be like stepping out now. What's going to happen ideally is that these cardio equipments are going to be pushed back sort of onto the green turf, or literally in this area behind me here, right? So all somewhere around there, because there's like plenty of room. Again, we're going to be doing some work on the roofs there and stuff like that. But going to be doing some reinforcing stuff. I don't know if you guys can see, but there are a few bolts on the roof and stuff, so we're going to be grinding them out over there when we moved in and stuff. But obviously when everything's on a huddle, grow, you're trying to expand, build, and everyone's flocking in, you don't get that much time to do everything that you actually want to do. But in saying all that, the majority of the work is done. Things have moved forward. We're going to be getting around the equipment. We've got like the drop sheets in and stuff. The whole back room's filled out, so it's pretty ready, steady, go now. So we'll go home, grab a feed, and pretty much go from there. I'll touch base with you guys when we get back in, and pretty much show you the setup, because what's going to happen is when we get back, the first main focus is actually going to be the reception area, right? So as you can see, there's still stuff in here from behind me. There's that cupboard's going to be getting moved out of the way. Pretty much these tables and chairs are supplements. Banner's gonna be like dropping down very quickly, quick subtle. This doesn't move, it's actually fixated in there, so this is gonna stay, but I'm walking right behind it. But pretty much guys, like all this cabinet here, all the electronics, everything here is gonna go. I'm gonna slowly be taking off this sign here so we can get behind there. The whiteboard's obviously gonna be staying there, and that's it guys, so just stay tuned. I'm gonna, as I said, update and create one whole video thing, so just bear with me. But yeah, I'm very excited. So that's it. I'm gonna be heading out, grab a bite to eat, gonna get changed, get into some working clothes, work gear, and then from there, pretty much come in here and straight away tackle the studio, and we'll show you exactly how we set up and what we're gonna do. And then I'll do a few check-ins. All right, guys. But until then, I'll catch you later. All right, I'm out. Bye. All right, guys. So as you can see, we've moved the cupboard. We've got the drop sheets down on the floor. What I'm applying now, I've got all the paint gear. So this is going to be what's known as the beautiful undercoat. So that way, when we put our colour on top, what you call it, you won't see the previous colour, this dark sort of colour, this greyish, dark, navy, dark blue, I don't know what everyone calls it, all different shades. Hassle is just trying to mix a 15 litre drum of paint. Got to get it thick because obviously the water base is sealed pretty tight, so you just got to make sure that it gets all nicely from underneath. It's a little backstory. My grandfather was a painter, so hence why I know what to do and why I got all the gear like fully decked out. But yeah, so what we're gonna do, we got the marking on the wall there because that's what we're gonna stop up to, and that nice is gonna be a nice straight line. So we're gonna make sure we don't go past that. And yeah, guys, so that's gonna be it. We're just gonna go there. I'm gonna start from the reception area, then we're gonna start from the back of the studio because just in case the guys come in on Monday to work, we don't want them to be interrupted and we don't want them to interrupt us, to be honest. So we can work in the studio. So we're gonna have some time now to just get this underway. I'm gonna be working through the night as well because everyone that knows me is a workaholic and I won't stop until the job's done. So get that nicely going there. Alright guys, so yeah, I'm just gonna keep going. It's gonna be a while, so we'll give you some updates throughout, but pretty much we're gonna start. It took us about an hour to get all the signage off, move the cupboards and everything to get it all prepped up. So hopefully now the easy part will be just to paint, so as you can see, and work close. Not your usual Bodyline stuff. But yeah, that'll be it. Alright guys, until next time, I'll catch you in for a few hours and show you an update later on. Alright, see ya. What is up guys? It's the next day, it's in the AM, already 6 and we already locked and loaded. Sorry, just getting a few last final things sorted, you know. So pretty much what we've done is we've done the first, what's known as the undercoat, because we're trying to get rid of the reception and back area first. So I'll give you a little tour and show you exactly what's going on. As you can see, it's much more brighter in here now without the dark color scheme. But literally, that's what we've done. So we've lined it up to the staircase. So you can see that's where it's going to be like sort of splitting. Then just come in all the way around. We've done all that. That will be the back reception. We've moved our desk cupboard here. That's normally behind us, out of the way, obviously, so we can just target that back wall. Taking up the sign, all done, all inside. Haven't done obviously the plastic here. So that's the whole reception area. First coat's all nicely done. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna head over to the back here, show you what we've done with the back wall. Now the reason why we're doing this is because on Monday, the guys upstairs, they start their trade and stuff, so they obviously use the front and back door, so we try and you know, get that out of the way so it doesn't really affect us, doesn't affect them. You know, we're courtesy of other people and their jobs and stuff, what they got going on here. So, and saying all that, this is now pretty much the back wall. So we've covered up the 45 leg press, painted. The door would be done as well, but it's just undercoat. The door's already white, so that won't affect. It's just really for the dark colors. And we're just doing up to that side because obviously that's theirs, and we just wanted this back wall because you see it to blend it. There was no real point stopping halfway over do it, might as well do it. That's in the corner there because then obviously we're going to be later on doing all the rest of the whole entire studio. But there you have it, guys. See, back wall nicely there, all covered. Reception area. Today we're going to be finishing off these areas. Pretty much going to be applying 2 coats. I'm going to start now first thing in the morning with 1 coat, get that whole section out of the way, and then pretty much we're going to go first with our white because there's actually 3 color drops that are happening. So what we're going to first do is hit up the white because it's the biggest area. Let that dry up first. Then we're going to hit up grey because it's the most fussiest. Then we're going to do black, which will be the back wall, and then we're going to come back into here, do the skirtings black and stuff like that. Getting a bit funky. There's another hidden door over there behind the thing where you can see that's going to be painted black because that's for another business. What happens when you're in a multi-purpose complex, guys, when there's, you know, more than one business, but it's the way it is. I like our little HQ studio here in the heart of the inner west like that. So but yeah, guys, I mean, that is it. So pretty much I'll keep you guys updated onto how the colors going once hopefully the first coat. So because it is an undercoat, that's why you can see all the brush marks and see exactly where we have gone with stroking, because it's just under, it's a thin layer, it's to mask over the dark color. So as you can see, the studio is dark color there. So pretty much what we'll do now is when we put the final coat, like this now final coat on, which is going to be 2 coats of this. This is obviously a thicker paint after being 2 coats, guys. You won't even notice that, like the black color underneath it. But in saying all that, I'm going to head off and pretty much get started on this, and I'll give you guys an update later on. All right, see ya. Okay, so excuse me. It smells a bit too much of paint in here. So it's officially 12 hours later during the day, and what we've done is we've done 2 coats of the white. So officially the white walls are done in the reception area. We've done 1 coat of the green, and so that's all that's got to be done. But we're gonna let that go for another 4 hours, so that won't be ready till 10 o'clock tonight. So what we've decided to do is pretty much we're gonna start prepping the whole entire studio now for its undercoat. I just wanted to get this reception out of the way. We still haven't had time because we wanted to hit the black all in one go. So what we decided to do is just leave the dust up my nose. Oh man, too much paint, too much dust. So what we decided to do is leave that back wall. As you can see, it's still the undercoat, so that way the whole studio can match, and we can hit that in one, do it in one hit, you know, type of thing. Sorry guys, I'm about to sneeze. Pardon me. Have a look at the studio. Excuse me, I told you. Smell of paint, too much dust. Oh my god, can't even talk right now. Okay, so strong in here. So what we're pretty much gonna be doing is we're gonna be doing now, because what's left to see over here, guys, is that white wall there is gonna be black, right? So as you can see here, it's pretty cool, right? We've got the whole green look, and then our sliding door here, that's gonna be black. So then that'll be black with our logo behind us, so really make it pop, right? Logo that's on the wall. So as you can see here, there's another green feature wall. So when you're in the reception area, and you would technically, where I am now, be sitting down at the table, when you turn, at least you get a nice green wall to matching with the green. There's going to be black in the doorway there, like over there. So that way it's sort of like that wall will cover that type of thing. So it's in contrast. But as you can see behind me, guys, like that's the finished product. Nice, it's still drying, so it's still got to come thick. So you can still see a few brush marks here and there, but by tomorrow they'll be all like thinking now. And then pretty much what we're going to be doing at the bottom here, all the skirtings and everything, we're going to be doing it black. This door here that goes into the warehouse for other people and stuff like that, it's going to be, or just it's another emergency point. So we can't sort of block it up. I would have loved to, but anyway, don't say nothing. But pretty much so that's it. And then as you can see, guys, we followed the staircase, so pretty much that comes nicely there. Oh, look at that touch of green behind me. That is so nice. That is fresh. That's beautiful. So so that's for the guys upstairs, but for us, that's that. So that's the plan of attack. Is tomorrow we're gonna hit up the green for its final coat, and then hopefully do the first coat of all the black inside the whole entire studio. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna do some prep work. What we've also done as well today is we've also got rid of all the bolts out of the roof. So bit of cleaners and stuff like that. But pretty much, guys, if you can see up, all the bolts that used to be in there when these things used to be hanging down from a previous company and stuff like that, they had like range hoods and stuff. Pretty much they left all the bolts in there, so they took everything out, but then they left all the bolts in there, and I'm just like, okay, enough now. I don't want no goddamn bolts, you know. Especially it just does not look nice when I want you guys training in here and look at the studio. Next thing you know, you're doing something laying down and you're looking up, and then all of a sudden you see a goddamn bolt in the roof. It's just like, what is that? So that's all taken out because we're also going to be doing a coat on the roof, guys. So that's the thing here. But pretty much the major prep work now is running the masking tape along the edges, around the like aircon, all the mirrors and stuff like that. So obviously they do not get affected. Cardio equipment here, that's all going to be getting moved and pushed through, hopefully in around the center or around in the free area. That's what's gonna happen there. I gotta sneeze again, but it's not coming out. So that's why if I look a bit funny, that's the reason why. But so far, guys, change of plans to how I originally wanted to do it, but just because it's a bit more tedious, we just noticed, a few things. It's funny how, when you rent off people's obviously, studios and stuff, little rental agreements here and there, we just set it up on the premises. People just do like dodgy job on top of dodgy job. Like, it makes our job when we want to do something properly that extra little bit hard. Like, I can't stress it enough. It becomes that extra little bit hard when you want to try and do something. So anyway, so that's why it's taken a bit more longer time. That's why we had a bit of change in like how we're going to do it, but I still feel like this is going to be just as effective. I'm just happy that front area is done, so that way if anyone does pop through tomorrow, we'll move all the sheets and stuff out of the way for them, so that way they have room and all that. And then pretty much what we're going to do from there is, just keep going with it, and we'll just focus mainly in the whole studio. But what I'm trying to do is get here bright and early again, to start with the black in the reception area or the green. I might do the green actually, so we don't have to chop paintbrushes. There we go, we're gonna go with the green. Look at that. So tomorrow morning, plan of attack, guys, is we're gonna hit up the green first, finish that, and then that'll be the final coat in that room. It's then technically all done. People just do like dodgy job on top of dodgy job. Like, it makes our job when we want to do something properly that extra little bit hard. Like, I can't stress it enough. It becomes that extra little bit hard when you want to try and do something. So anyway, so that's why it's taken a bit more longer time. That's why we had a bit of change in like how we're going to do it, but I still feel like this is going to be just as effective. I'm just happy that front area is done, so that way if anyone does pop through tomorrow, we'll move all the sheets and stuff out of the way for them, so that way they have room and all that. And then pretty much what we're gonna do from there is, yeah, just keep going with it, and we'll just focus mainly in the whole studio. But what I'm trying to do is get here bright and early again to start with the black in the reception area or the green. I might do the green actually, so we don't have to chop paintbrushes. There we go, we're gonna go with the green. Look at that. So tomorrow morning, plan of attack, guys, is we're gonna hit up the green first, finish that, so then that'll be the final coat in that room. It's then technically all done. Then we can hit the black, and we'll first hit the black in the reception area, followed by the black into the main studio. Now with that, we're gonna start from the back end, because the back end, if someone comes in, they're gonna be using it, so we'd rather that be just, you know, out of the way, done in the morning. And you know, the bit about this paint, guys, takes about 4 hours to dry. I don't know, some new formula that they got advertised these days, whether it is, but apparently they say 4 hours and then you can do your second coat, so it's making us go speedy torpeedy. Anyways, that's the small update now into day 2 or day 1.5, because this is going to be our proper first full day. Yesterday was only not even half a day, just a couple of hours of prepping up and stuff from finishing the morning session, because we still had clients coming in during the day for that, so we couldn't really do that much. Yeah, so there you have it, guys. Sorry, just staring off into space, because you know, brain's ticking, everything's ticking. Alright, I'm out. I'll catch you guys later for, hopefully you'll see some more stuff done. Alright, bye. Okay guys, so a couple of hours later, and all the prep work is done for early tomorrow morning now. So pretty much the studio is funny, on the glass here you're gonna see a little reflection, but as you can see there, right, there's all the tape around the mirrors, you name it, they're everywhere. And they're also along the floor. That's a fire truck, flashing lights. Whee! Yeah, so pretty much we've just taped up everything to go, so it's all done. So what's going to happen tomorrow morning, game of attack, is that we are going to do all the undercoat whiting, so literally the whole studio is going to turn white. So as you can see, it looks funny. It looks like they're picture frames with the mirrors, like with a little border around it from the masking tape. So as you can see, like all the equipment is all moved out of the way. Some stuff's covered because we'll, like I said, grinding the bolts out, so everything's a bit all over the joint. But pretty much all the things taped. The only side we haven't done is the cardio equipment side, because obviously we're going to target on one side, move that across, and then do that side. But yeah, so it should be really fun. So that way when we do all the prep work, then when we get the color scheme going, we could just hit all the colors in the area in one time, instead of what we're trying to do today and chop and change between the hours of them drying up and stuff like that. It's a bit too chaotic, right? Especially like trying to wash all the equipment, redo it, dry it up. It's like a bit of a nightmare. But anyway, GIFT is done, so that way, just in case anyone comes in tomorrow, pretty much they can come in and do work, and they don't get interrupted or anything like that. And then because we're going to be focusing in the main studio, we'll go ahead and be doing that. So it's going to be yeah. Alright, so that's it from me. I've got to try and get about like 5 hours of sleep or something in, so that way we can pump out another full day tomorrow morning. And then yeah, you'll hear from me and check in the morning. Alright guys, I'm out. What is up, guys? So pretty much now it's ongoing. We're going on to day 2.5 because let's be real, right? Saturday was only half a day after doing work, so I'm just like half setting up everything in the meantime, you know, to keep it all going. So pretty much, guys, plan of attack is today is we're actually going to do all the undercoat. That's what's going to happen. I'm in the studio a bit like an extra 20 minutes later because I had to do a few emails and stuff this morning. So I still got up at usual time. I've only had about like 5 hours sleep. But doesn't matter, I'm here now, the adrenaline's pumping because I know what I'm about to do. We're about to crank some tunes. I was taking the iPad off charge, that's what I was doing. So sorry about the extreme close up there. But pretty much what we're gonna do, guys, is I'm gonna put on some tunes, get it pumping, and we're pretty much gonna start the undercoat on the left hand side of the studio. So pretty much where all the weights are, right, that's where we're gonna start. That's why we like taped all this on. Once I sort of start finishing there, and that's got to sort of dry off, I'll start to move the cardio equipment onto the other side of the studio, probably even a bit more into the free room over here and stuff like that, depending on like how it all goes and how it's all situated. But pretty much we're just gonna be wrapping ourselves around. Reason why we're starting with that side first is so when the prep paint sort of dries up, I can crack out the black to finish off the reception area, so that way it's all nicely done and finished. When that's finished, pretty much then the undercoat, should be dried, and then once it's dried, then we can start with the black straight away through the whole studio. So that's the plan of attack. By the time we finish with the black, the last thing I want to do is, just before we leave today, is do the second coat for the green, right? So once the second coat's all done on the green, then that is it. Literally the studio is done, and then we'll just have to do a second coat with the black in the reception area, but then the second coat of the black will be going through the studio anyway. After me, guys, it is pretty damn banging. Like, this is now, we've had time for the paint to dry. Now, it being white, there are a few areas that we have to do another coat over, purely because we're going from a dark color to a really bright color. But as you can see, it has brightened up the room quite a bit, and a contrast there between see, the green, and then where am I going? There, the white. It's a nice good mix there. Here we've got cables hanging and stuff, so they'll get all tied away nicely. Again, guys, there's only first coat, so we still got to do the second one. But as you can see, it's like coming along really, really nicely. I'm actually quite happy, and I'm excited to get started with this new day. So that being said, I'm going to get cracking. Then I'll pretty much give you an update and show you what's happened with all the prep work before we get started with the black. Then I'll show you exactly what's going to happen there. All right, guys, so stay tuned. Okay, so it's the end of day 2.5. Pretty much, I kind of get a bit earlier today because I have a family dinner on, so gotta make, get a bit of family time in. But what we're gonna do, we're gonna come back tomorrow morning again, and we're gonna do some stuff. I actually want to show you guys the progress of, because we're able to prep up the studio, do the double coat on now the green wall, which you're going to see behind me, and then on top of that, pretty much prep up everything for tomorrow to allow the black paint to straight away be placed on top. So guys, let me show you. So as you can see nicely on the staircase, we have done the beautiful line work, right? So it blends in right nicely with the staircase in line, right? So that's now our white wall. Did a few because of the dark color behind it, because as you can see, it used to be that really dark. We've had to give it a third coat, just in a few areas. So we just patched it up just where it was sort of seeping through. Surprised this door to the warehouse is going to be that black, but this is it. Don't mind the cables hanging, but guys, this is literally the green wall now. Right, so that's 2 coats, and it is looking absolutely fabulous. Now this white one here is like what I said before, it's going to be going black, and then our logo is going to go there, the one that says welcome and stuff and points into towards the studio. But just to show you nicely, that's the door entry there. So we put it right up to the handle, so as soon as you walk in, guys, you can literally see it. But then looking from behind, as you can see, the white cuts up with the staircase from the back there. Then pretty much we get into the main studio, and voila, here we go. all the prep work. So obviously we're not touching the wall where it's got our logo, but everything's been all nicely prepped where black's got to go for this side. So yes, on the cardio side here, still nothing, but if we turn here and look here, what you're going to find is all the prep work, and yes, you can see me walking. But literally all the prep work, all done. This is all around, you know, where it used to be. So we're going to be doing this a nice matte black, right? So it's really going to make the glass, the mirrors will like pretty much pop off it. It's going to make it look like almost a little bit bigger. And then with the reflection of the green on the other side through the mirrors, it's actually going to make the studio look a bit bigger. We had a few designers come in, and you know, I had this vision in my head. That's how it all came about. And pretty much from that, I was like, hey, how I want to make sure that we don't shrink the studio, because the last thing you want to do is shrink the studio. So I was just like, what are we going to do? This is what I was thinking of doing: black, green, fresh white ceiling, all flattened out with no bolts sticking out. What do you guys reckon? And then they were like, yep. They actually told me that it was going to look bigger, better, and it's going to look a lot neat and tidy. So this is the back wall. This door is going to go black as well. So literally the whole back will be all black besides the little whiteboard that's here. But that's the entry to upstairs to the other guys, which obviously they come through the warehouse. But as I said, guys, literally all here, it's all done. You can see all the drop sheets all nicely there, they're coated. And then obviously we ran out in this back corner here. So the ones that you saw in the functional room is actually from this room here. We sort of had to drag them across, but pretty much everything's all done there. So studio looks a bit funny with white walls, but there we have it. And then what we're going to do, so pretty much try and get the black down packed tomorrow. Once that first coat is all done, what we're going to try and do as well is do the prep coat, the undercoat for the green wall and everything, and try get the other side, because we do have to move all the cardio stuff across. So we managed to get around the gym equipment, and as you saw, there was like sheets covered them and stuff like that, because they're a lot heavier. Cardio equipment's got wheels on it, so we'll be able to pick up and move. But then obviously then putting together the functional room. So if you can get the 2 coats into the functional room as well tomorrow, then what we can do is put all that back together. And then once that's all back together, all this stuff here you see behind me would nicely be put away, and then I can even have more room in the center here to put different stuff. And then as well, if we can do the 2 coats in the reception room for all the black, which is going to be all the skirtings, the door, and obviously our display panel at the back here, pretty much what's that's going to then allow us to do is then put some of the reception stuff back into there and put the reception back together, functional room back together, and that way then we're only working in like one section of the studio at a time, and we've got plenty of room to move about. It's just this initial stage that gets a bit tricky, a bit hard, a lot of time prepping and planning to figure out exactly what we want to do, where we want to put things, and how we're going to go about it. And as you can see, it's so far working out smoothly. There've been big long days, sort of underestimated the time and effort, purely because also of the brickwork. So the side of the wall here where the mirrors are on, they're on these big Bessa block bricks, right? They're construction bricks. So pretty much with that, what happens with that is you got to go in between the grooves, so you can just picture grooving out all with the paintbrush, stroking in, up and across and everything. I'm trying to get into that, because when you go over with the roller and stuff, it just goes flat and you see all those groove lines. And it being like a, you know, there on the mirrors, we want to make sure that you get all the right spots. So that's it, guys. That's us calling it a day for now. So you can see that all the undercoat's done, ready for the black to hit up. I'll pretty much touch base with you all tomorrow, and like I said, you'll probably just be watching this one here. Brain's a bit fried. Alright guys, I'm out from now. Thanks, bye. Alright guys, so we're going on to day 3. So I'm going to be setting up and turning on the studio as I do this, so just bear with me with all the bad camera angles. But pretty much, guys, today's plan of attack, we just got a couple of hours this morning because I have to head off to a family lunch, and then things don't want to work. There we go. Too far away. So I'm planning to try and get in about 5-6 hours this morning before lunchtime. 6 a.m. now, so pretty much gonna get onto a shake afterwards. Protein shake as in. So that way just very, because sort of left in a hurry because I was like answering emails and I didn't want to like sort of have a delayed day because we don't get a full on day. So I was just trying to really speed it up a bit. So that's that happening there. And then on top of everything else, it's just you know, all good standard stuff. So yeah, so pretty much what we're going to be doing is putting the black paint on. I'm going to definitely start in the reception area. My goal is today to finish off the reception area, and if so, it's going to be dark just in the warehouse. Was one of my light switches in the warehouse. We couldn't. So funny. Had the electrician come around when I first moved in, and I was like, man, can we move this light switch, you know, into the actual studio so I don't have to keep walking into the back of the warehouse in order to flick it on, because it's literally just divided by a wall. It's separated by a wall. And so it's a concrete wall with the blocks and everything on it. He's like, yeah, man, no worries. Let's do it. Let's move it. Let's separate it for you. Make it a bit easier for you. I was like, sweet on. That's what I like to hear. Next thing you know, we starts working on it, starts pulling wires. These wires go like underground and everything. And next thing he's like, bro, he's like, I can't do it because I have no idea where the wires go, because it's like a bit of a old building and it's done all underneath. So next thing you know, I just like, you know what? He goes, mate, you have to rewire the whole thing. I was like, mate, forget about it. We don't got time to rewire the whole studio. So I was just like, I'll walk around instead. So that's the story behind that one, hence why I got really dark in there. But yeah, guys, as you can see, the touch-up coats are finally done. So we had like a little bit more happening above the vent there, but now you can see the blue, the dark grey has sort of disappeared from that, even over here. And this is now the final overnight of the colour green. So it's actually come out really nice. There's no more streaks in it. It's actually nice and full, so it looks top notch. So yeah, guys, so that's it. We're gonna sort of start taping around the edges so we don't get any for the skirtings and stuff, so we don't get any black onto freshly painted walls. So we're gonna do that, and then also the doors, frames, and then pretty much starting from the back of the studio and working our way around to the front, and then hopefully we can get that all done in about like 5 hours. We'll see what goes. Fingers crossed. All right, guys. I'll touch base in the next 5 hours. All right, guys. It's 5 hours later, and this is the verdict. The first coat is down, and then pretty much going to show you starting in the reception area. So pretty much on this feature wall here, down there, the skirtings are nice and black now. So they're nice and black walking all the way around. It's just the first coat. So that comes around, and that's our beautiful green wall there. As you could see here, the door is still getting done there, but all the outside is all done. So pretty much the skirting leads into there, and it all comes across nicely, as you can see, right? And then this is the door. This is where the logo is going to go. So we've obviously done the outskirts. So pretty much the plan of attack, guys, then tomorrow we can literally just roll out and do every single wall without having to worry, because we've always got to do the skirting and the little jobs first, because then we'll paint over that with the roller, and it actually becomes nice and flush without actually missing gaps and with the stroke marks and stuff. But just little things like this, the cupboard, because I was sort of running ahead of schedule, so I try to do as much as I can, because it's all the little fiddly work. But we started doing here the mirrors, as you can see, so that's nice. You're going to have a nice tone there, one of those hidden doors there, you know, into the warehouse that we don't need to use. But literally that's it, guys. And then pretty much the back wall here, a bit of the aircon. I wanted to see how it'll come out with the bricks, so tomorrow we'll have a good idea of how matte black comes out. But we've pretty much done all the roofing here. The door here is going to be black as well, that way when we do the videos and stuff, you guys are not going to see a big white door there. But pretty much, guys, yeah, it was a good morning. Good morning. Now we're just off to a family lunch and then dinner, so that's calling it a day. Pretty much it's the festive season, so that's when, you know, it's all Christmas Day now, so it's 25th. So we've been going good since the 22nd, since that Saturday on the 22nd, pretty much since 1 o'clock then, and it's just been go. So even Christmas Eve, Christmas Day now, being here trying to pump it out, get the job done. Because pretty much, guys, 2019, I want this to be a banging year for you guys. You know, I want you to guys feel energetic, alive, and you know, we're here to help. You know, that's what it's all about. And pretty much, you know, I could have left the studio the color it was, which you can see behind me now, but to me, I was just getting over it. It was too dull. Like, yeah, it was a nice color. It's sort of like a gray, dark navy, very dark navy, like more on the gray side type of thing. But I just thought, you know what, for you guys, you know, definitely need something to pop, feel energetic, feel more alive with me. I mean, don't get me wrong, atmosphere is always great in the studio. So you guys keep rocking up, like we absolutely love it. But I just thought to get that real extra kick, that bang, just to sort of make it feel like home. Pretty much it was just my doing. So this is pretty much big job. But in saying all that, yeah, that's all done. So you know, this back, I can't remember if I showed you in here. So that's the back wall. So that's the only wall that's going to be back, just to go flush, so it doesn't look silly when we cut it off. But obviously we're not going to worry about their walkway. But that's it, guys. Pretty much that will be all done. And literally tomorrow, which is the 26th, that's when literally all the coat is all going to go down. So you hopefully will actually see a lot more, like pretty much everything that's white here. Tomorrow it should be black. The reception room should be finished off and being put back together as well. That's the plan of attack. So the second coat will go all the way through the reception. Things will start to get put back together, because once the skirting's undone, we can move cupboards and stuff back behind the walls where they're supposed to go. Just the doors and the other wall can easily be done. Second coat later on that day. But pretty much once that second coat's done, reception gets done, and pretty much, like I said, guys, everything that's white here now should be black tomorrow, that nice beautiful matte black. All right, guys, that's it from me now. Have a cracker of a day. I know again this is probably going to all be edited into one video. I love it, but this is just a day-to-day progress of what it takes in order to go above and beyond for clients and stuff, so that way when they come into a studio like this, you know, you're going to feel the G up, the pump, the energy, the excitement, and the love. You know, and obviously, last but not least, the support, because we're here to support and help. But on that note, I'm definitely out now. Time to grab a feed, chill by the pool, and call it a day and enjoy some family time since being busy working and pumping it out. So, all right, guys, I'll touch base with you guys tomorrow and pretty much give you, go from there. All right, bye. All right. So, what we are doing, we're gonna get started. I'm just gonna set up like last time, guys, you know. And as I do this, give you an update. So, the paint is pretty much the black that I wanted is coming out exactly the way I want it. So that's like awesome stuff there. And then second thing is that hope that everyone had a great Christmas yesterday and stuff. So yes, I was in on Christmas morning, but hence the family lunch and dinners and stuff. Like, gotta have a balance, guys, gotta have a balance. But at the same time, if you want to get the work done and you want to see an outcome and a result, it's like a basic principle to any sort of life aspect, is just that you got to do it, you know what I mean? Just because it's Christmas, I know that those extra 5-6 hours I did yesterday are going to come in handy and, you know, help me out heaps. So if I don't put in that work and don't get it done, it's like, well, you know, when do I make up those 5 hours? Do I stay back an extra day? And the question is, do I want to stay back an extra day? And to be frankly, no, I do not. I want the job to be completed, done, because I don't want to be rushing. Yes, it's black because I'm just in the warehouse, turning on the light switch. But what I'm trying to get at, guys, is that you can put this principle to any aspect in life, that when you want to do something and something needs to get done, you go out and do it, right? You don't make excuses, just get it done. Oh, but it's Christmas, oh, but it's such and such birthday, or I have this event, or no. Work around it, guys, you know? Because I know for me, 100%, doing those 5-6 hours yesterday and then getting to spend the rest of my day with family, you know, celebrating, and then being with a loved one, especially when we got some relos from overseas over and stuff, you know, I was still able to enjoy the whole entire day. Nothing was missed out on. So, in saying all that, you know, I was able to, get what I had to get done to studio by doing all the edges and the surroundings. So then today, I can straight away now go and apply the whole coat that I need on. We'll do a second coat of some of the edges and stuff that needs to be done. And then from there, it's like, okay, now what? It's like, well, we can go straight into the coat. But if I had to do all the other stuff, like now, this morning, and do that, man, we'll be way behind, you know? And yes, the people are like, oh, but like, it's only 5 hours, 6 hours, 12 hours away behind. Because what happens, guys, is when you're doing a job this big, you got to predict and you got to calculate. It's all calculated measures. So what I mean by that is that, you know, you got to remember that there's time for it to dry and settle, and for the paint to like absorb in and all that sort of stuff. So the thing is, it's like when you do it, you know, you got to take that into consideration. I know now that everything's settled, I can do a quick second coat on certain sections here and there, which will go like heaps quick, and then straight away, boom, you know, we get rocky with all the other main bits and pieces and all that sort of stuff. So there you have it, guys. I mean, little like half hidden life lesson in there, but you know, it's what we here base our whole concept of. You gotta do the work. You know, nothing comes easy, nothing's handed to you on a silver platter, all right? You got to put in the work. It doesn't matter where it is business and you're, you know, doing a project like this, or if it's, you know, your own goals and stuff like that, and you're like, hey, you know what, I want to achieve this weight gain, this weight loss, I want to have this type of body. You know what, I just want to be generally just healthier and fitter in all aspects. Well, you know, you got to put in the work to do it, you know, and if you don't, it's just like, well, how's it all gonna come out and, you know, happen if you're not doing it, you know, especially when you're gonna come up with, oh, you know, I got this event on, or there's this, that. It's like, well, you know, can you really sacrifice, you know, an hour out of your morning to, I don't know, do that extra training session on that day, so that way, you know, whatever you eat or, you know, indulge in, or, you know, you have fun with, doesn't affect you and set you back that much? Of course you can, you know. That's just an example, guys. I'm not being like, you know, telling you like that you guys do that or anything like that. I'm just giving out examples of, in my profession, what I've come across and what I've seen, and it's just about getting that whole mindset, you know, right and correct. But anyway, guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get started, and I'll touch base at the end of the day and show you exactly what we have done. But today the black's going to go on, the prep work's going to go on the other side, because it's another secret color coming out for where the cardio equipment is. So it's not all, the studio's not all going to be black, guys, so stay tuned. But yeah, I'll give you an update. Hopefully you'll see half the side black, the other half side prepped up, ready for that color to go on by tomorrow, or even possibly this afternoon as well, and hit 2 colors at the same time. But other than that, guys, I'll tune into you later. Alright, have a lovely day. Bye. Alright, guys, so it's the end of the night. Been here for about 6, maybe 17 hours. I don't even know. Oh my god. So reception area is all done. So as you can see, just got to move the paint buckets now, but pretty much everything is nicely back to normal. Desk is all back. We moved the cupboard back in. Everything is all hooked up again. So everything's up and running. Beautiful welcome to Bodyline Fitness sign is up. So we've done all the final coats. So that room's all done now. People can just like walk in and do whatever they want now. Apparently we've got a few guys coming in tomorrow and stuff like that. It being Thursday, some of them are starting back up. So what we've done here, guys, is, as you can see probably there, looks like checkers and cross. So that's the white in between the grooves and stuff for the green to go on tomorrow. So that's what's going to happen there. As you can see, the room, that wall's not done, but these walls we got up to about here, and then pretty much what we did was we also did all these black walls, cupboards and glass. So it's all gone black now. We've moved all the cardio equipment across, so that's how we're getting in between there. Right, so it's all nicely done. So it's all checkered. That's sort of your back wall there as well. I'll just quickly close the door so that way you guys can actually see what it's like now. So now when we do videos and stuff like that, you're not actually going to see a white door anymore with the dark color. It's all nicely blended in, so it just looks like a nice plain wall. Right, there's a section missing up at the top of the aircon, but then literally we've still got to do in the groove lines there. They'll be all finished tomorrow, and then the second coat will go on. So once the second coat's on, that's easy done. And that is pretty much it, guys. So literally plan of attack is for tomorrow is to finish off the black. So we're first going to do the undercoat. Plan of attack is undercoat, right? Which is on the wall where you see all the white lines, right, that are going on. It looks like checkers. So we're going to do an undercoat on that. While the undercoat dries, then we're going to target the black, right? We're going to do a second coat with the black. After about 4 or 5 hours when the undercoat's nicely dried up, right, that's when we're going to then run through with the green, right? So then we're going to start the green. So then once we get the green going and then everything's all nicely done, we're going to try and get the first coat of that. Once that's done, we're going to try and get the second coat of the black on. So then literally once the second, coat is on there, then that's it. There's no more to go. And then that's pretty much it, because literally like the reception area is all finished. There's nothing more to do there. So literally we're going to have like those people coming in tomorrow for work, and they're going to be like, yep. Oh, excuse me, sorry. So it's been a long day. So yeah, so now, everything's all hooked up again. And as you can see, that's how beautiful, that's what it looks like there. Green wall entry, nice matte black desk, all the phone lines, everything's been put back to normal. So it's now a regular functional area. And then, our beautiful stuff there, just nice white. White table now looks a bit funny, but I didn't predict it that I was going to do all this. Sort of just happened. But anyway, guys, that's the plan of attack for tomorrow. I will touch base with you pretty much maybe halfway through the day or something, just to see how it's all going, because I've pretty much told you plan of attack. I don't think anything's going to change, because it's very important that we get this undercoat done, so that way we go undercoat, black, green, back to black again. So that way black's finished, and then there's only got to be 2 coats. So hopefully just another 2 more days. This should be done. Didn't expect the studio to actually take this long. It's more the tedious part, like doing these squares over here, man, in between those grooves. That is the killer. That is the killer. But anyway, it is what it is. We're getting it done. So then when it comes to 2019, guys, boom, we are done. We're going to rock and roll. It's going to be a new environment. Going to have a new feel to it, a new vibe. And it's going to be looking pretty damn cool. So, alright guys, that's it from me. I'm going to go home, have a shower, and eat, and have some dinner, and go to bed. So, and do it all again tomorrow. Alright, I'm out. Adios. Alright guys, so, it's the afternoon. I'm about to have some lunch. That's right, afternoon, having lunch. So what's happened is that we finished all the prep work, so there we go, that's all the columns are done, that's all done there. And then as you can see behind me, we've already started the grade, so it's all been painted white, those walls, everything's been finished all up the top of the studio, all there. It's all nicely white, and then now we're starting with those green walls, and then the black wall is still working along the way, but the whole concept is to try and get the green ones done, and then tonight start on the black ones, and then tomorrow pretty much second coat goes onto both items, and it's all done and dusted, guys. So that's been the progress this morning. Bit of a later start, had to attend some business and get some emails done, so I didn't get to start quite. It was like an hour or 40 minutes, probably 40 minutes to an hour over time. But what we got here is we just got the front door just open a bit, just to circulate the air, because it's starting to get a bit like stuffy with paint smell. But pretty much, guys, the reception area is looking banging. It's all done, finished. It's all nice, prepped up, so it's actually going really well. We had a few people walk in from upstairs that are ready to work, which has been fine because it hasn't been interrupted. All this is ready to go here and there, so that's really good. And then yeah, we're just working through that. So yeah, that's it, guys. That's the update. So from there, pretty much what's gonna happen is, yeah, we're just gonna finish off those walls, all right? And I'll give you an update on tonight on what we get finished and what we get done. Not gonna lie, burning out a bit of steam here, so I'm not going as fast as the early days. I was finding the early days a lot got done. Now there's the more touchy stuff, the more fiddly. It takes a bit more time, which I'm not gonna lie, it's a bit more frustrating because I just want the job done. But you know, with anything, you know, you got to put in the work to get it done, and just go nice and slowly, easy about it. So, in saying all that, you know, hopefully it should be done by tomorrow night or by Saturday at the latest. That's what I'm hoping for. 28, 29. That's the deadline day. I'm aiming more for 28, but we'll see how we go, and yeah, go from there, guys. So. But like as always, I'll keep you posted, alright? So tonight I'll do another one and show you the progress. So this is what we've already got started on this morning. So it's been pretty busy, pretty big. Alright, I'm out for now. Gonna grab something to eat. Alright. It is. Door slamming behind me. Gave me a bit of a fright. I was like, what? Kept the door open for a bit of fresh airflow to come through, but nope. Anyway, so update time, right? Yes, I know I'm growing a bit of a beard. That's how busy it has been. No time to shave and tidy up because we got things to do. We got goals to execute, and we got a deadline to meet. So don't mind me, guys. I'm just gonna be, you know, doing a few things while I talk to you. You know, we always got to try kill two birds with one stone. You know, not literally. It's a figure of speech, guys. Alright. Don't want to make anyone upset out there. So no, I don't even do that. So yeah. So yesterday was a very intense day. Pretty much did the update during the day instead, and then I was meant to do one late last night, but we didn't get out of here till past midnight. So late, and I've only had about like 5.5 hours sleep to sort of catch up and just been on go. We actually ran out of paint, so today gotta send off and do some errands and pick up some more paint. But the good news is that all the prep work, undercoating is done, so everything now can officially get painted the color that it needs to. We're doing them in like 3 different stages just to get the studio happening. So pretty much first off is like the whole black wall there. It's pretty much all filled in with those little tuck pointing lines. And I'm not gonna lie, guys, those tuck pointing lines, oh my god, like, you understand, just to do our wall here, which I'm about to show you, the green one, it took 5 hours. Do you understand? Like 5 hours to go in between the grooves and to get that, because obviously when we go over with the roller, it's going to leave that original groove there. So you got to go by hand with a small paintbrush and get in between these construction concrete bricks. Like, I can't stress it enough. That was the most tedious part, and I was just like, oh, it's like cringing, like, I don't want that. Then we got the roller out, and within like 40 minutes, the walls were done, and you're just like, meh. Anyway, you can tell I'm probably gone a bit crazy. I spent too much time in here. But good news is, guys, the greens are finally here. So that's the one feature wall there of the green. That's normally where we have our scales, do the nice little weigh-ins and stuff got. And then pretty much where the cardio equipment's gonna go, that's your green wall there. So it's nicely there, all laid out. That's only the first coat. Second coat's gonna get done today once I pick up more paint for it. Pillars are gonna be being black done today, so they're gonna be do it. But as you can see, guys, all the tuck pointing and stuff, like it for the black as well, has all been updated. We just got to do the roof line, but that's fine now, because the major thing was like finishing off that undercoat. So everything has been undercoated, which is great. And now it's just about putting on these final coats of paint, which today we're gonna finish off. Plan of attack is to finish off the black, right? So we're gonna start off by rolling out everything that needs a roller of black on it, and then after that, that's when we're gonna do all the little fine roof edging with black. Hopefully by then, by the time I finish that, the shops will be opened to allow me to go in and pretty much get some more paint. Once that arrives, then we're going to do the final coat straight away on the green walls, so that way the green walls finish, we can start to move the cardio equipment back to that side, create a bit more room in the center, right? By this stage, hopefully once the green wall is done, we'll go through a second layer of black around the whole walls and everything of the studio, and then last but not least, maybe tonight or finishing off tomorrow morning, depending on how we go on time. I'm very excited. I've got the juices flowing. Really pumped up to get it all finished. It's just pretty much a single coat on the roof, because the roof was already in pretty good nick. There's just a few scuff marks on there from when they had the little display items hanging and stuff. So we've cleaned everything up. We've, like I said before, we've grinded off the bolts. So the whole roof is nice, flat, it looks fresh, it's new. Just a few little scuff marks, so that's why we just said, you know what, we're gonna just do one coat. We got a special one-off, like it's like a ceiling type of paint, so that way it goes on a bit thicker. It just this is the one thing, and then that way everything looks nice, bright and fresh, and we haven't like cheated out on you guys and gone, you know what, let's just cut it there, because we ain't gonna cut it. But guys, my final message just before I get started, because then once I do, you know, the phone doesn't sort of come back because we go full heavy, so apologies for everyone. That's like, I mean, the only way to get me is call, do not message, because then I'll reply back to you like I did at 12:30 this morning, going, hey, so sorry, just leaving the studio now, you know, 1:45. It's just like, this is what we're doing. So apologies for that. But pretty much, guys, you know, when you want something to be completed, you got to put your mind to it, right? Can't stress that enough. And on top of that, can't make excuses. You know, like even though I've had, you know, I've shut down the studio for 2 weeks, and yes, that's meant to be a holiday 2 weeks. Wasn't meant for this prep work. I didn't decide to do this prep work till like right at the end of the week before, you know, I closed the studio. I was just like, oh my God, 2019. It's like, woo, something exciting is gonna happen, you know. Want to get excited and G'd up for it. So really, the thing is that, you know, sometimes you got to make that sacrifice, you know, in order to get the results we want. And, you know, yes, you're going to get people question like, why are you doing this? You know, how come you didn't have to? Oh, just, you know, take the night off and come in. Don't get me wrong, I went to certain family events, but pretty much, guys, you know, when you want something to be completed, you got to put your mind to it. Right, can't stress that enough. And on top of that, can't make excuses. You know, like even though I've had, you know, I've shut down the studio for 2 weeks, and yes, that's meant to be a holiday 2 weeks. Wasn't meant for this prep work. I didn't decide to do this prep work till like right at the end of the week before, you know, I closed the studio. I was just like, oh my God, 2019. It's like, woo, something exciting is gonna happen, you know. Want to get excited and G'd up for it. So really, the thing is that, you know, sometimes you got to make that sacrifice, you know, in order to get the results we want. And, you know, yes, you're going to get people question like, why are you doing this? You know, how come you didn't have to? Oh, just, you know, take the night off and come in. Don't get me wrong, I went to certain family events, but around the clock, guys, like even on Christmas morning, I came in here and did 7 hours of work on Christmas. Like I was here at like before 6 a.m., you know, I still got up at 5 on Christmas. Everyone's still asleep, and because it was a Christmas lunch, and I left here then at 1 o'clock because lunch wasn't until 2, right? So it just goes to show you, starting from 6, going till 1 o'clock, there's your 7 hours, right? It's like, nope, I'm gonna, you know, make that change. I'm gonna dedicate it, and I'm gonna commit to it, and make sure that we get this deadline on task. And guys, this goes not just for like, you know, training and stuff like that, it's everything in life. Everything that you do in life reflects on yourself. So if you're going to make the commitment, go ahead and do it, and then be obsessed about it, right? I can't stress that enough. Like, if you are not obsessed about something that you are doing, then where are you going to find the energy, where are you going to find the motivation, and where are you going to find the inspiration in order to go out and accomplish it? You know, and I always ask myself, like, how badly do you want this? And it's like, I wanted this studio to be looking at its best peak performance, to allow our clients that walk in through the door to perform at their peak performance and get the results they want, you know, and for us to help them and coach them through it, and to feel valued and be in a space of, oh, hey, yeah, like, this is actually working out really, really good, you know, I want this. And it's like, yes. So yeah, pretty much little message there, guys, is, you know, you want to be obsessed, you know, you don't want to make any excuses, you got to put in the work, and then watch it all come together. And then that's when it's the rewarding part. So that's what I'm like trying for. I've got this vision in my head of the ultimate studio. And, you know, pretty much, guys, after this little makeover that we're doing, and it's the third one for 2018. So crazy how we've only been here just over a year, and the studio's gone under so many makeovers. But I guess that's what it takes to get it to a peak performing studio. All right, so you know, it's gone from makeover to makeover, upgrade to upgrade, new equipment, new everything, you name it. It's all been like added, like, you know, everything's all top of the range there, brand spanking new equipment there, all there, all the weights, you see it, like, it's, you know, this is what it's all about, guys. And then to have this all in the comfort of our own private studio, and no one like staring down, and just purely focusing on you and your goals to get them achieved and worked up for. It's what we do. It is what we do. I'm very proud of it. I'm very passionate about it, and I won't stop doing it because I just love it too much. But on that note, guys, that's it. I'm going to get started with these final coats and preps. But yeah, I'll give you, hopefully, if it all goes well, I'll give you another update tonight to show you once again what we've accomplished during the day. If not, you know, you'll be hearing about me in the next morning. Alright, guys, I'm out, so let's get to it. And you know, I hope everyone has a good day. Alright, bye. Green wall there, so yes, sorry if it gets a bit like choppy there. Someone ended up bringing me midway through the video, so obviously it cuts out, because let's be real, we're doing this off the phone. But yeah, that's it, guys. So pretty much tomorrow's plan of attack is to fix up that room bright and early, so that way that's all done. Maybe even get started with the white roof. I don't know, see how it goes. I've got to double check what time the paint shop opens again, because my brain is scrambled. I'm not gonna lie, today I got like my dad to run there and for me. I was just like, continued on here, and then I was like, listen, sent him the code. So he actually went out and got the green paint that we ran out of. So I'm not gonna lie, there I wasn't everywhere. I was still here working, so he did that. And then Sada's popped in as well, and she's like obviously giving me a hand as well throughout this whole journey here of you know, redoing a nice little makeover of the studio. But in saying all that, yeah, we're gonna just wash up, call it a night. Tomorrow morning, pretty much strip all the tape that has to be taken off, put all the equipment back, and then depending on how fast that all goes, then pretty much maybe get started on the painting of the ceiling until the shop's open. Then get the black, finish off all the black, then finish your roof, put everything back together. Tomorrow fingers crossed, guys, fingers crossed that it's the last day. I'm not gonna lie, I have gone one day over schedule, so tomorrow will be that one. I wanted to finish today, but obviously we've run into a few hiccups. So tomorrow, hopefully, fingers crossed, will be the last one, which will take us one day overdue. Important message with this, guys, is that even though sometimes we might have goals and things, if there is a little bit of a setback and we've got obstacles and stuff like that, you know, it's easy and good to overcome. Pretty much just got to put your mind to it, get down, don't make up excuses. We didn't make up any excuses here. We just looked at the situation, said, okay, this is the problem, how do we solve it? Let's go out there and solve it. We went out and solved it. Yes, it set us a day behind, but at least the job is still getting done. That is the thing, we are still on task, we are still here to accomplish a goal, and 1 or 2 days out is not going to be a big deal for us. I just lose 1 extra day of holiday for me. So that's why I shut down the studio for 2 weeks, because I knew it would be easier. I wanted to do this in about 4 days, but I'll probably be like five or 6. I don't know, I've lost count of the days, give or take. But then we get another week off holidays, and that will be for me, which I'll show you guys a few little updates and stuff as we go when that comes along. But okay, I'm officially gone now. I'm gonna go and yeah, grab a bite, wash up, and I'll check in with you guys tomorrow. All right, have a good night. Bye. All right, guys. So paint's been dropped off, thankfully. So pretty much what we're gonna do, what we've done this morning is we've started to put all the equipment back nicely. So it's actually looking nice and sharp. As you can see, no more stickers or anything next to the mirror glass, so that looks nice and flush there. It's all coming along nicely. The leg press has been put back in its usual spot here and there. Little accessories still got to go back, but the main gist of it is like all done. Now that we've got the black paint, so it's worked out pretty good with the timing. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna finish that coat that's up on the ceiling there, those little pipeline works. So pretty much go through all that. That should take about 3 hours to do. Then we're gonna spend another hour finishing off the functional room. So that's about 4 hours there. And then it should take about another 3 hours to do the roof. And then that is it. We have officially finished. So hopefully today is the day. I'm not gonna lie, even though I can smell and see the finish line and it's all coming together now because we're putting things back and you can see your final project and stuff like unveiling and unraveling and stuff. But the fatigue is there. I'm not gonna lie, guys. The fatigue is there. I am running a bit low on steam. I'm not gonna lie, I did have an extra hour sleep this morning. Still getting up at 5, I got up at 6. Was here by 7 o'clock instead of the 6 o'clock start mark, but it is what it is. We've pretty much touched all of that up. So then once we finish off the paint, then it's literally like polish up the mirrors, make sure everything's all nice and tidy, and we should be done by 9 o'clock tonight, I'm hoping for, and then it is holiday time. But what I'll do is I'll pretty much do a final video tonight to show you the end product and how it all comes about, because yeah, that's it. So that's the plan of attack. So I'm gonna head off, and so that way we can do the thing. We're gonna do little touch-up jobs, main room and stuff, then roof, and put everything back together again. So final day, which I'm happy for. I'm not gonna lie, this is day 2 over schedule, but I'd rather have 2 days over than it be like meant to be us starting work and trying to finish this in the last week and getting straight back into work. So that way I still get a sort of 10-day holiday type thing, 9 days or something off, which is good. A week's plenty for me. Well, I hope it is. I think it is. There's things that I want to do, but I'm just definitely gonna like relax, chill, get that all underway, catch up on that. Be exciting. Haven't had a holiday in 5 years. Sorry, lied. Five. Because it was at my old job, and then 4 years being established with Bodyline. So yeah, 5 years. Never always worked through that Christmas break. It's just what I've done for clients are in there. But then this time around, because we've had big major projects and stuff, I made that call not to, and then because I knew this was going to be a big job. And because as you guys can know, I've been working around the clock doing this. It hasn't been easy, not gonna lie. I sort of underestimated. The thing that I think, looking back on it, the thing that took the most, and I probably could have been done yesterday, was all the small fine grooves in the actual concrete bricks like that are visible. So see those lines there, I don't think you can see them, but pretty much when you saw in the other videos when we're going through here, just through there, right, and then all the little lines we had to like fine touch it here and there, because obviously when we went over with the roller it wasn't going into that gap, and then you got stuck with the old colors and everything. So obviously to get all that actually took in total to do both the black and the green wall, it took about 15 hours. Not gonna lie, it doesn't look like much, but when you're going up and down fine, and we went like quick and messy because we just had to make sure like they were colored green, because then when you go over with the roller, like it matches up, and as you can see, like that's the final wall product, and That's just the shadow lining from the cross trainers and stuff, so don't mind those marks. That's not what we miss. People are like, oh my god, you missed some spots, they're darker than us. That's just shadows, guys. They're shadows. The wall actually came out really even. It actually came out really good. So I don't think the camera gives it justice to what it's come out like. But that was probably the biggest setback. I wasn't anticipating that those walls would take that long, and especially on the black when you're trying to get around the mirrors and all the equipment there and the air cons there and stuff. Like it's pretty tedious. So that was about 15 hours. I reckon if I didn't do that, subtract 15 hours off my time record, and we could have been done yesterday. But except we got to finish today. But it's all good. All right, so now I'm just like raving on, and that's what happens when I'm a bit tired. Sometimes I just go on a bit of a ramble, but it's all good, guys. This is just a day-by-day thought process, step-by-step, exactly to what I do and how to get sort of things done. So I wish me luck with this final day, and yeah, we're off. All right, bye. Alrighty, guys, day 8. I'm back here again. Because unfortunately, we did start the roof the other day, but I didn't get to finish it because it was a big job, because we actually then ended up moving the rest of the studio back together. Plus the final column bits and stuff was a bit fiddly. It actually took an extra 2 hours than I anticipated. So I reckon if I had those extra 2 hours, probably 80% of the roof still would have been done, and probably still would have had to come back today. But look, that doesn't matter. Day 8, we put in the work. This is the 3rd day that we're over scheduled, but hey, you know, it happens. It was a much bigger job than I had anticipated, especially when you run into a few situations and headaches and stuff, as I've said previously before in the other videos. So yeah, no, but it's all right. So this is what's happening. So as you can see, the functional room, there's still equipment that's in the middle because we couldn't, as of yet, put them up against the wall, but everything is it's all covered and stuff, because obviously ceiling and stuff. But as you can see, it's all there nicely. If you come to the main room here, everything is being put back to normal, which is good. And as you can see, the cardio equipment is looking nice and fresh up against that beautiful green wall now. So that's pretty cool. I'm happy with the turnout. I'm pretty stoked about the turnout. So yeah, so hopefully, guys, fingers crossed, today's our last day. It should only be half a day if everything goes to plan. But if not, then we'll deal with that later on. But for now, that's it. So everything's been put back. So all the equipment and stuff, everything's back. You can pretty much see it. It's all nicely there. So it's just literally just today is just the ceiling, just finishing off the roof, and yeah, just like smashing that out. And like we've actually done, like you can sort of see, I'm trying to find some spots here. Like this is the whole reason why I do, because people are like, oh, you don't need to do the roof, but we have, I don't know if you can tell, it's probably a bit hard to tell, but there are some black scuff marks there which I haven't painted, and then I've painted this side, which is nice fresh white. So we got like little finger marks. I don't think the camera can sort of pick that up as well. But then if we go over to this side, where next to the pillar, you can see it's all fresh white. So what we did yesterday when I started the roof is we actually did all the way down the studio where the cardio equipment is. So we did all the way down there, right? Then pretty much we got up to 3/4 of the functional room, right? So literally the whole functional room, again, camera and lighting is not that superb, but literally got up to 3/4. So I'm going to finish off the functional room, so that way we can at least start putting that room back together again. Once I finish with that, it's literally go get, the harder part is going to be obviously juggling between the equipment and stuff like that, but hopefully we'll get that sorted, smashed out pretty quickly, and pretty good. and then yeah, it will be finished, and I'll do like a little short video for once we've completed, give the place a bit of a vacuum, a bit of a polish up as well, so that might take a bit more extra time. It actually just occurred to me now, I'm not gonna lie. It's just, you know, when you just start talking, you start thinking, it's like, oh yeah, it's like, oh wait, we still gotta do this. So that's that's the go gaggle, but it's all right, it's all good. We're getting there. I don't mind putting the work. At least I know the place is done. It's up to our standards, and that, you know, when clients walk in and stuff, they are going to be absolutely blown away. So yeah, so that's it there. Pretty stoked, and yeah, we'll I'll touch base with you guys towards the end of the day when we gotta finish up, clean up, and we'll go do it that way. And if anything else comes in, obviously I'll give you guys an update, and if there's any other headaches here and there, but if not, sure it'll be good. Alright guys, I'm out. Bye. Alright guys, we have done it. Finished. So 3 days overdue, it's scheduled, but it's okay. It is what it is. We happy, got the job done. I'm just happy that it's done before New Year's. At least now I get a bit of time off. So I'm really stoked. We finished the roof. So I'm sweating like a garbage speed. It's like 34 degrees outside or something. I don't even know, man. But it's hot. So it looks a bit dark right now because I've turned everything off. But what I'm gonna quickly do just to finish it off, I'll flip the camera. Like I'll stop this video, do another one, and I sort of sink it in and actually show you a walk in step by step from the front door and everything of exactly how the studio looks and turns out. But I am so over the moon. I'm glad that it's done. Everything's been sorted. It's back together. Everything's all cleaned up. It's literally ready to rock and roll for the 7th of January when we launch back up. We're going to do a little sneaky something in there to get everyone fired up, especially for this new makeover. I am so G'd about it. Cannot wait to tell people. Cannot wait to show people. So stay tuned for that. That's going to be coming out. And yeah, I just want to, you know, I've had a fair bit of help from, you know, Sada. She's come in, you know, for like three and a half out of those 8 days, which is good. You know, I had my family running a few errands for me while I was working, like dad and stuff went out to go get the paint. So, you know, just a little bit of backhanded help. And my brother came in sort of on the last day now just to finally help me with the final, the ceiling and stuff like that. But guys, this is it. It's going to be a new studio. Keep watching, because I'm going to do now, add a little tech at the end, and we're going to see exactly a walking through of what it's all like. But guys, you know, if you set out to have a goal and a purpose, and you're really focused on it, and you really want it that bad, you will stop at nothing to get it. Like I said, we closed up over this Christmas break in order to get this done, because I can see you needed a full week of the studio. I was working anywhere from 15 to 16 hours a day out of a 24-hour day to get this possible and done. I didn't stop. I even came in on Christmas and did 7 hours from 6 a.m. in the morning till 1 p.m. before that lunchtime that I had to go to. Like, guys, I can't stress it enough. Like, I'm a type of all-in type of guy, right? And that is the mentality and sort of mindset that sometimes we all need to have a bit of that fire, you know, a bit of that like hunger to have something completed and to have something done and finished and really working it out that way nicely. But in saying all that, like, you know, it does take a toll on your body. Like, I am really exhausted. I have not trained in these 8 days because literally just been coming here doing this as the job, as the workout. But guys, it's all about mindset. You know, I had a vision in mind. I had a studio of what I want to do, and it's come out exactly as I pictured it. Yes, there's always going to be headaches, a few bumps and speed humps along the way. But guys, what happens with a speed hump, it's like I use this analogy all the time. You know, nothing's always going to go smoothly your way. But what you do, you slow down to the speed hump, you assess it, right? You go over it nicely, so that means you solve it, and then you pick up speed again, and you keep going full frontal. And that is what we did. So, what you call it, like I said, I'm really stoked. But yeah, that's it. Just I'm going to show you now the studio, and we're going to call it a day. And I don't know what to do. It's the first time I'm locking up in 5 years, so first time taking a break. So I've got a week off. So let's see what happens, eh? All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Hope you guys love the studio as much as I do. Please come on down, come on in. You know where to find us. blfitness.com.au. All our details are up there on the site. So go ahead, check it out, and I'll catch you around. All right. See ya.